Is it one or is it two?
One or two what?
Well, one if by land or two if by sea.
Oh, it's three. They're coming by air. The mosquitoes are coming. The mosquitoes are coming.
Oh, yeah. You have to deal with that there, but I didn't have to deal with that here. And I definitely didn't need to deal with it while I was running a 5K. All I had to do was eat donuts.
Hey, I like donuts. Wait a minute. Eating donuts and running. What could possibly go wrong?
Not much, maybe a little reversal. I don't know. But I was surprised that there weren't more flying rats cleaning up, well, we call them pigeons, but eating the cast-offs from the race.
Okay, what other kind of pests do you have there in the desert?
Well, yeah, these were donuts. It was a donut run, and we were eating donuts. So you mean other pests we have in the dessert?
Let's just start the show.
Welcome to What Happened to the World Today. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott. And this is a tale of how bad life decisions led to a YouTube show and podcast.
Yay!
Hey!
So let me get up the subject board for today's show.
Well, as I'm sure you know, in the Midwest here, the weather has been crappy for the last 2 months. We have not had any warm days. We had cold, rain, snow, nothing really warm. However, I have been noticing that the forecast for the next couple of weeks, the temperatures might be going up into the 70s. And guess what happens when that happens in the Midwest?
You get your own restaurant and you eat more.
Oh, yes. I did a wedding over the weekend, and I drove through a town called Fort Atkinson, which I have not been in.
Fort Atkinson?
Fort Atkinson, yes. And
what kind of battles happened at Fort Atkinson?
I have absolutely no idea. I know it was a fort back during both the Civil War and Indian times.
Oh, it was?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I've never really stopped in Fort. I've driven through it enough times, but if when my wife's grandma and grandpa lived in Jefferson, which is the other side of Fort, we drove through it all the time, obviously. Okay. So, and of course, we heard stories about the old days and talked about the fort and back in the days when there's still, horses and cowboys and Indians. Oh, look, he's looking it up too. I like how we derailed where my subject was going. That was pretty good.
Right. Fort Atkinson is a city in Jefferson County, Wisconsin, United States. It is on the Rock River, a few miles upstream from Lake Ecosia. We're sure it is.
Koshkonong. And the population was only 12,000 in the 2010 census. That sounds about right. And the cool
thing
is,
hotels are only 3 stars.
Oh yeah, it's the big claim to fame about Fort is the Fireside Dinner Theater.
Fireside Dinner Theater.
Yes, I've been there many times. They have a what do they call that? It's not a stage in the round, but it's the stage is in the middle of the room. People sit all the way around it. You do dinner first, and then you go into the auditorium, and the performers do all kinds of Broadway shows and stuff in the middle of the room, so everybody sees them from all around them.
In the round.
Yeah.
Theater in the round.
It is called that, even though it's a square stage. I thought the stages were round in the theater round, but whatever.
No, they don't have to be.
Yeah, I guess so.
You're just around them, so it's in the round.
Yes.
So sometimes the words mean exactly what they mean and not are literal of what they are.
Isn't that cool? We found that out in some of our phrase origin stories.
I was explaining that the other day about a circle. They were like, but I have to go this way. I go, what you're walking towards is a circle. There is no front of a circle. No matter where you are in this cylinder, if you walk up to it, you don't have to always walk around to the same side. It's a circle. There's no front. Just anywhere around it, you can get to it, you got to it.
That's correct.
So it doesn't matter.
Which is why they keep building those stupid, annoying, that's a cool donut thing.
That's right.
They call them roundabouts, which work really good in Europe with the small cars, but they suck here.
Well, okay. Also, they're much bigger there also. The roundabouts are much bigger. So, the problem is if your vehicle, a 53-foot semi-truck, is still in the end of it when you're pulling into the beginning of the other side, that's not a roundabout. That's a chicane. No. That's like a little thing that they use to slow you down, a chicane. So, yeah, they're stupid here.
Yeah, it's just absolutely stupid. I actually met one of the guys when I was on the board of directors of the Chamber of Commerce.
Met one of the guys.
One of the guys.
Just out of all the guys in the world, you met one of them. I'm so happy for you.
Technically, he's a type of engineer.
Oh. Choo Choo Charlie was an engineer.
Exactly. But this guy here was from like Kenya or something like that. And of course, everything over there is roundabout. So they came here and they convinced the politicians to put roundabouts everywhere with the new construction because it's so efficient. And I'm like, dude, you're not from here. You don't understand. I drive a 44-foot long straight bus. I cannot go around a roundabout without hitting people.
Right. They don't make them big enough. So
they do not.
They're not to scale. Well, that's how big they are on Earth. Yes, but in York, you're driving a bicycle.
Literally. Or their luxury cars are like Toyota Camrys or whatever.
Right. No, it's ridiculous. So I guess my job is to derail you this whole show. Is that what I'm kind of doing here?
Well, you did, because my first subject matter was really kind of cool, but we still got plenty of time.
So it's still, I can make it tie in.
Okay.
What does that say over your head?
It says Scotty's eat more.
And what eats more when it gets hotter? It's a straight tie-in.
But they don't really eat it. They drink it.
It was a good tie-in.
The flying vampires. The mosquitoes?
It was a good tie-in.
Okay.
It was a good tie-in.
Right?
So, mosquitoes. Mosquitoes are coming. Mosquito season.
Yes. It's way behind schedule. They're usually here already, and I've been outside enjoying no mosquitoes.
All right. So, here's the deal. Here's something I did not know. There are 176 different mosquito species.
Isn't that astounding?
Right? And I am going to list them all right now. Okay. There are no.
Yeah. All of a sudden you start hearing
right.
Our audience. Yeah.
Well, I can't even pronounce this species, so that's even the worst part. Anopheles grabhambi. Okay, that's one of the species.
Yes.
Anopheles grabhambi. Yeah, okay, whatever.
Well, unfortunately, most people realize that mosquitoes carry some serious diseases. The most prevalent in the world, of course, is malaria. But the worst ones here in the United States are what they call equine encephalitis and the West Nile virus.
Right.
Both of those can cause death. That's pretty freaking scary.
Oh, it is.
Chikungunya.
And then there's chikungunya.
See, you got smart. You listened to it first. That's what right. I started doing. It helps a lot.
Chikungunya, first one that resulted in brain damage, came around in 2014. So, yeah, but I don't have challenges with mosquitoes here, thank goodness.
No, but I do have a segment for a little later in the show.
I know, for a little later for pests in Nevada, which I don't necessarily agree with, but that's okay.
Yeah, you live there, so you can speak from experience.
Right.
But one of the things that I got a kick out of is most people think mosquitoes bite, but they don't technically bite. They have two razor-like saws on the front of their feet, and they slice your skin and inject a
straw.
We're right. They suck it just like a straw, but they inject a chemical that is a numbing agent, which so that you don't notice they're doing that.
Right.
That's what people are allergic to and cause the mosquito bite bump.
Right. So what we used to do is when we were in football practice, we used to get bit by mosquitoes, and we would tackle the person who got bit by a mosquito, hold them down, and stretch the skin. And if you hold the skin tight, the mosquito can't pull its straw out. Now, there is no valve on that straw. So what happens is the mosquito keeps going and going and going till it explodes.
Yep.
Yep, it explodes, and then all of that venom it injects, it draws that out too, so that you don't have a problem with the mosquito bite, but you do have this dead mosquito that exploded on you.
Yeah, you had a completely different type of football experience than I did.
Well, we did weird things. like that.
Now, the cool thing is the mosquito season is not that long. It's only from when it first gets warm till it finally gets cold. So, in other words, if you live in a tropical rainforest, your mosquito season is only 365 days a year. Not bad.
Okay, when it starts to get warm, but 50 degrees is warm enough for mosquitoes to come out.
That is correct.
So it starts to get warm.
Now, the other thing I do remember, even though it does not say that in the articles that I was looking at, they also do not like altitude. So most of your mountain states, only in the valleys is there a mosquito issue. When you're up high,
Colorado's good.
Yes. So, and again, people think Colorado, they get 400 inches of snow, which is true. However, it also gets to be 90 degrees in the summertime, especially in places like Denver. So mosquitoes do flourish in the lower parts of the country or the state.
And did you know that yellow outdoor lights actually repel bugs, don't attract them?
I thought that was considered a myth. Where did you see that one?
No, it makes it no, it's the last thing in here. It says that installing yellow outdoor lights won't necessarily keep mosquitoes away, but it'll help make your property somewhat less attractive during nighttime hours. Very interesting. So here's always my theory. My theory is you buy bug lights for all your neighbors.
Yes.
Because the bug lights attract the bugs, so that it attracts it to their yard.
We have a problem with Japanese beetles here, which are the ones.
Are those the big giant ones that fly?
Yes, they look they look like scarabs. They're kind of like green and black.
And they fly.
Yes, but they start out as grubs in the ground. So when you can tell when they're hatching because you can't walk in your backyard barefoot because they leave these little cones of dirt, which of course when it gets dry, it gets hard and it's like walking in crap.
Pointy.
Yep, and then of course they just like destroy vegetation. I mean, they're voracious eaters. So we bought those traps, and they do work. Oh my goodness, do they work? Those traps can fill up literally thousands of these bugs in 2 weeks can fill the trap.
Huh.
The problem is we found out if you're the only one doing it in your neighborhood, you track them from everybody else's. So their yards are clear, and you still have them because the trap gets full. And it's still there attracting more bugs.
Cool.
So, but anywho's, there are a lot of things you can remember about. Do not leave exposed waters that can stagnate. If you have,
that's what they lay their eggs in there, and boom, you're
correct. And of course, keep your swimming pool clean. Mosquitoes will breed in a swimming pool that's not kept with chlorine and without a filter moving in it, because that means the water is stagnant.
Water, yeah. So your neighbor with that green pool, get rid of it. Well, that's cool. Well, I don't have to worry about mosquitoes, thank goodness.
That is very true. So I noticed that you did add to our subject board, why can 5Ks be fun?
So
that's where you got the donut from.
It says a 5K donut run. It says, donut to judge me. So you know how the funny part is, like in the gold medal, that's the thing they do now is they bite the medal?
You
actually bite this medal, it's a donut. At the water breaks, well, they actually had more donut breaks than water breaks.
Whose donuts were they?
So I don't know. The donut peddler.
Did you try one? I
had 3. There were 3 donut breaks, and I ate them while I ran. They were okay.
Okay.
I mean, while you're running, really, you're running a 5K and you're eating donuts. What could go wrong?
It's a sugar rush.
Well, or you could puke.
Well, yeah, that too. Right?
I mean, I don't think of donuts as what you want to eat while you're necessarily running.
It's carbs, man. Straight carbs right into your system.
I survived, but it's also kind of deflating. I don't know. We should look this up. How many calories in a glazed donuts?
I want to say it's something like 400.
All right. Well, here's the good part. So, calorie in a glazed donut. After my 5K run, I only burned 300 calories total for the run.
Because you ate 300 donuts or 3 donuts.
No. Just that's what it said when I was done. My little thing said, "Congratulations, you just burned 300 calories." It says here a medium donut measuring almost 4 inches across contains 255 calories.
Right.
So I consumed 3 of those.
Yeah.
There were 3 donut stops during the race. So I don't think it exactly worked out. So sorry, donut judge me, but
hi, Goobers. Goobers came up to say hi.
Donut judge
he
me.
got little feetsies. I didn't see the feetsies in the first time you showed it.
He had what? Oh yeah, he's got feet.
Yes, he's got feetsies.
Feet.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I like it.
I did another 5K.
I wish I was there to help you do that.
Eat the donuts or run the 5K?
Yes, eat the donuts. Screw the 5K.
You're not into doing the 5K, so yeah. So
I must admit, my weight loss has been substantial, and my clothes are. I just bought a new pair of pants that are 2 sizes smaller than I've been wearing, so that's pretty.
That's cool. Awesome. Good for you, man.
But it's that whole physical exercise that's still rough.
Physical exercise, as opposed to the imagined exercise.
No, see, I'm doing
crunches
curls all the time. See, look, curls. No problem with curls. It's running that's rugged.
You used to have no problem with curls, but your hair is like mine now, so you have problems with curls now.
Kind of thin, hasn't it? So, hey, I still got more than my dad.
Had more than me.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I've had more than you after you turned 17.
Yeah, true. So yeah, so that was fun. It was a fun weekend, and then we'll deal with what being sore for a week. But now I'm going to keep working out now. The goal now is to drop 50 more pounds. 50.
That is a good goal.
Yeah. Okay.
Of course, you're going to have to buy all new clothes, but
I'll let you know how that works out. No, I just pull them tighter.
That's what I'm doing now. I'm on the very last. I actually created an extra hole, a new hole in my belt.
Well, you can see on the shirt that it's like super big on me.
Yeah.
The thing.
So most of my weight has been around my middle. So the first thing I noticed is that my pants got looser, and I went and had to add extra holes in my belts.
Always good.
Right.
It's a nice
my shirts all fit the same, except they're no longer tight in the middle.
Right. Your keg is down.
Yes. Remember, I told you it's down to a quarter barrel or a pony. It's not a full keg anymore.
Well, that's good.
I wonder if Goober. Nope. He was up here. I thought he might let me pick him up for the show. But, anywho's, since we're on such a positive thing today, maybe it's time to do our genuine positivity message.
Okay. Let's do our genuine positivity message.
Okay. Who's it from? I
don't know because it's not formatted properly. Oh, now I know who it's from. It's from the guy who owns that restaurant behind you, Scotty's.
Scotty's?
Yeah. Funny Guy the Entertainer did our genuine positivity message. So let's hear our genuine positivity message, shall we?
There is nothing like the satisfaction you feel when you smash the mosquito that just fills up on your blood. Remember that feeling when during the next 2 days you are scratching that bite. Sometimes it is the memory of a satisfaction that allows you to remain positive.
Yep. That's like your mental exercise as opposed to your physical exercise.
Yes.
Oh, I think about it. Oh, thinking about exercising. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. You actually have to do the exercise.
And if you're feeling positive, things are always better.
Yeah. So you want to talk about pests out here in the West or in the desert climates?
Yes, because we talked about it between ourselves, and I found it rather fascinating. So I thought maybe our listeners and viewers would find it fascinating. Well,
okay. So they said the cockroaches, right? So I don't know if it's cockroaches because of all the hotels. So with the hotels and the motels, with all the food around here, that's definitely a positive. So cockroaches everywhere.
Okay. However, cockroaches are pretty much everywhere anyway. So
yeah.
I understand why you say that. That's not a big easy thing.
Right. You know, to be the top one in Nevada. Right. Now here's another one. And when I first saw the title, I was like, well, we have those in Chicago also. Roof rats. Roof rats. They're called pigeons. The rat with wings. But no, there actually is a rodent. That's a roof rat.
Yes.
That lives in palm trees.
Yes.
So, or they came in when palm trees were being transported.
Correct.
And there's roof rats, and they like to live in the roof of your house and eat all your insulation and your wiring.
But the other thing is they're also very small compared to normal rats. They're actually the size of a large mouse. Right.
So, and they don't have a lot of babies a year. They only have about 48 babies a year.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Nothing. Then there's the Norway rat. Again, another rat. I don't know why rats like the desert, but okay. But here's the one. Here is the one.
Yes.
Scorpions.
Yes, that's a for sure.
Scorpions we definitely have out here. You got to watch. You got to shake out your shoes before you put them on if you leave them outside or in the garage or anything like that. Now, make sure you do not step in a shoe with a scorpion in there.
Yeah, I remember at the donut shop when I went to put on the baking mitt in order to grab stuff out of the oven, and there was a wasp in it. And, of course, I didn't see it until I put it on. I thought there was a hole in my glove because I started to burn really bad. And so I took my glove off and noticed there was no hole, and then the wasp came out, and I had to stomp on it. And, of course, my hand swelled up like crazy. So can you imagine if that was a scorpion? I would have been screwed.
Yeah, you've been in big trouble. And then the last one is the Apache cicada.
See, now, I did not know the Indians had their own cicadas. That is so awesome.
Yep. Hundreds of thousands of the pests can be, noisy and loud. And again, they live underground, and they come out with reaching adulthood just like your beetles.
Yes. We get cicadas here, too. Every
7 years.
7 years, yeah. So, which is really kind of odd. I mean, don't get me wrong. They're here every year, but every 7 years is like bonanza.
Yep. Crazy.
Now, the best part about this is if you suspect that your home is infested with a pest, you can get a Nevada Pest Control Company to assist you. Yay!
Well, we do. We do. We do. We have a pest control company. But they didn't mention the ones that I really saw more than that. Ants. All right. We actually have fire ants.
Oh yes, that's right. I remember that.
We have them at Sunset Park, and we were over there playing frisbee golf, and I got attacked by them. That's not fun. And those bites last a long time.
They do.
I don't know why they burn so much. And then the desert recluse spider.
That's a spider. Yeah, I was going to say that's a spider. Yeah, those are dangerous.
That's another one like a black widow and a camel spider. So yeah, I didn't mention that. But
I'm thinking it's because needless to say, one anthill's probably got thousands of ants.
Yeah.
But I'd be willing to bet the spiders are probably a small percentage of them.
Yeah. But yeah, so those were the big ones. Those were the big ones that I saw. Which I thought was weird because one of the things that they mentioned also were bees, the Africanized honeybees, are established in Nevada. Thank you very much. The Africanized honeybees that are the
dangerous ones.
Yeah, the ones that attack you.
Right. Because most honeybees will not attack you unless you do something really stupid.
Right, but hornets and the wasps will attack you just for coming into their area.
Yes, they will.
They're very territorial. Like what's the phrase when you're mad as a hornet?
Yeah. You know what that means, don't you?
That means we have to make that our phrase origin story.
Exactly.
Right. So now, a lot of people mistaken this one for the European version of mad, which is mad as a hatter, which is like crazy, right?
Right. Yeah.
Hornets aren't crazy.
Right.
They're mad. They're angry. So they're referring to it as angry or upset.
And it's also been known to be called mad as hell or mad as hops or mad as a wet hen.
Well, mad as a wet hen. So So the wet hen thing. So let's finish this, and then we'll go into the wet hen thing.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Because that's even more confusing. But
It really is.
I can say it. But Mata Horny, because they are relentless. Hornets will sting you and sting you and sting you.
Yes,
and they don't die.
Bees. Yeah, when bees sting you, they die
Because it rips their sac out there.
Yep.
Their venom sac right out of their body. But wasps and hornets do not.
Nope.
And here's one of the funny things. They talk about, like jumping in the water for bees and stuff like that. They say don't jump into water when you're being attacked by wasps or hornets because they will wait for you to come back up.
Yep.
They will hang out there and they will wait for you to resurface. They are in no hurry to go anywhere. So they will just simply wait for you to reemerge.
The only way that helps is if it's like a lake or a river where you can swim to the other side and underwater the whole way.
Yep, and you don't fool wasps by playing dead. They just keep stinging you. They don't care.
That's right.
So I just run as fast as you can away from them in a straight line. No serpentine. It's not like they're shooting at you. So just
quick, dodge.
But Matt as a hen, where that comes from.
Matt is a wet hen.
Matt is a wet hen. Wet hens is the term for a hen after she lays an egg.
Yes.
And hens will stay on their nest even if you take the eggs out, and they will not lay more eggs. So you have to break them of that habit. And this is where it gets really confusing with people thinking, oh, well, she must be crazy, right? Because if you take the egg out, the hen still go sit on an empty nest. Well, she must be crazy. No, she's mad. She's angry. She took the egg. I'm going to go sit there and be angry.
Yep.
So it does not mean crazy, means angry.
They really are angry.
So you have to take them off of the nest, and they'll be angry, and they'll peck at you, and they go back. And then after about 3 times, then you break her of that, and then she'll start laying eggs again for you.
I know a couple of breeders that used to put fake eggs in the nests after they took the real ones out.
Well, she still won't lay, though.
Right, but they did that, and then there's a point where the hen realizes that the egg is not viable and kicks the egg up on itself, then it starts laying on its own.
Yeah, well, depending on how many you have to take, if you've got to personally take the hen off of the nest every time and you've got thousands of nests or hundreds of nests, 3 times, that's 300 times you have to take it up, forget it. And you want eggs every day? Yeah, not going to happen. Cool. So I think we've covered all of everything. Did we cover everything?
We're on the roll.
All right. So with that, I want to say thank you for watching.
And if you feel our show is not a bad life decision,
please subscribe, watch our other shows and channels. Go to whathappened.world. Whathappened.world. Go down there. You can connect to all of our social media. Go find Funguy the Entertainer Cooks for You. That's also an awesome show. And I want you to live every day, and we'll see you at the next show.
Be genuinely positive, live and love life, and have a good one.